I'm John Novosel. This is John Tattersall. We're talking about the Bushnell Launch Pro and my favorite subject, club head speed and power, hitting the ball farther. John, it's prevalent in today's game, getting that increase in speed to lower your scores. Talk about how important it is to get a baseline with a unit like the Launch Pro.
It's so important because if you don't have a Launch Pro and a way of measuring speed, you're only seeing how far the ball went. So you may not have hit it in the center of the face or a variety of factors, but we need to know what your raw horsepower is. And that's what we get with the Launch Pro. We get to actually see what your horsepower is to begin with. And then a coach or just experimenting yourself can figure out how do I optimize that.
Right, so you gotta start with your baseline, hit on the Launch Pro, look for club head speed. We've got a screen up here from the FSX software, and we've only got a few tiles up, one of them being club head speed. Talk about why it's important when you're working on speed, not to worry about other things.
You don't want to confuse the mind. You want clarity on what you're trying to do. So now we have some hard data. We can just see, did I increase my club head speed? Did it happen to go further? What I also find is when you swing faster, a lot of times it doesn't go more crooked. So it's like people think if I swing faster, it's going to go more crooked. Now we can quantify that as well. So you kind of see, this is my target for this practice session. We can spend part of the time trying to see, can I hit it straighter later? But right now, what's my potential to score?
I love it. And you need this feedback that you get from the Launch Pro, because I know I've had many sessions training for speed where I think I'm swinging faster. It feels faster.
Yep.
But the speed's not increasing. Or I'll have a day when I feel not as fast and I'm getting speed. So that really gives you the feedback to know you're working on the right things.
Yes, because that is key. The club head speed is what it's measuring. So you may feel like you're moving your body faster, but the energy's not getting to the club head. So we need to know ultimately, that's ball speed, but ultimately what am I getting to the club head speed? Because that's my potential. Right.
So talk about a few things the viewer can do out there to, we've talked about these forces to increase their speed.
Yeah, so a lot of people when they're looking at the golf swing, it has to be cool and calm and all the rest of those things. You have to kind of give that up a little bit. You have to feel a little more comfortable being uncomfortable is what I tell people. And ultimately, we have to move the golf club faster or further or both. So can we make the golf swing longer? Can we get a little less concerned about, are my arms straight? Do I feel balanced? All those type of things. That tends to freak people out. So you can test at home or you can test on the range by yourself and see what are you willing to put up with that you're willing to try. Because it's like, when we joked about the long drive guys, it's like the circus coming to town. A lot of people are not comfortable doing that. So I say to people, go kind of have a crazy 30 minutes with some feedback with the Launch Pro to tell you, am I moving the club head speed? And then I also suggest people take it on the golf course, go on a hole you don't particularly like and get comfortable on that hole, seeing what your club head speed difference is. So you're trying to find not only what optimizes as far as the ball goes, but what are you comfortable doing when you play golf?
That is fantastic. And one great thing about the Launch Pro that I've done before is I'll take it on the course to see my speeds. It's so easy. You just pick it up, you can move it, take it with you on the course, set it down, and you're literally in business in seconds. And see if you can match what you did in your studio or at home on the range and see what the disconnect is at the moment.
Yeah, and some of that's comfort level. So that ultimately comes down to, can the player hit the shot they need to hit when they're trying to do it under pressure, whatever that is, whether you're competing with your friends, local tournament, whatever, but can we get that matchup going? Can you feel comfortable doing that? And as a coach, I'm always trying to push you to be uncomfortable at a higher level.
Because once you can make that, the tour players earn more money.
Correct.
You shoot lower scores.
Yeah.
You outdrive your buddies.
All the things are important.
All those things, you're having more fun.
Yeah.
And it all starts with the Launch Pro as a feedback tool to understand your current club head speed, what you're doing to increase it, and you can do this in your own home.
Absolutely. And think of club head speed as raw horsepower. What's my potential energy? That's what we're trying to get to.
So let's get that club head speed up, and we're going to talk about ball launch and improving your efficiency later.
Yep.
But club head speed for now, get your, John Tattersall called it raw horsepower. Get that up so you can have more fun, shoot lower scores.